Welcome back to Law and Crime Daily. An update now in the so-called Doomsday Cult duo case out of Idaho. Defendant Chad Daybell now says he wants his coming trial severed from wife Lori Vallow Daybell. The pair face charges in the deaths of Lori Vallow Daybell's two children, J.J. Vallow and Tylee Ryan, as well as Chad Daybell's first wife, Tammy. The couple was married in 2019, just weeks after Tammy Daybell mysteriously died in her sleep, and Vallow Daybell's youngest children went missing. In June 2020, the remains of J.J. and Tylee were recovered on Chad Daybell's property. Last week, an Idaho judge ruled cameras will not be allowed inside the courtroom of the pair's January 2023 trial. This week, Chad Daybell's team filed a motion asking for his trial to be severed from his wife's and be pushed off until next fall. Daybell's attorneys argue prosecutors have not handed over a significant amount of evidence and that there is, quote, no possible way to complete the investigation and be prepared for a death penalty trial in January of 2023. They also say that trying Daybell with his wife would deprive him from his constitutional right to present a complete defense. Lisa, surprise, surprise, someone wants to sever their case. Why do you think this move was done so late in the game, and what could that signal for Chad's defense? Lisa.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know that was for me.
Oh, sorry, Lisa.
That. I believe his attorney doesn't want Chad to be grouped in with the Alex Cox killing, Lori's husband and Lori's brother, who was involved, who's no longer with us. And because of the three murders that Chad has to already contend with, being his wife and the two children where he's implicated, it wouldn't make sense for the attorney to want to have that grouped in with him because of the bias and the opportunity of not having a fair trial.
Yeah, it makes sense. Avoid some of the charges you don't have to eat, but also potentially point the finger at your co-defendant. Terry, could this lead to a renewal for a request to have cameras in the court for one or both of the separate trials if that does happen?
Well, Brian, let's hope that is exactly what happens. This is one of the biggest cases in the country, no doubt about it. People want to see justice, especially for JJ and Tylee. They were innocent, beautiful children. And if that case is severed, then it could be moved to another courtroom. It could even go to another venue and go before another judge. And if that happens, it does make sense to try to do a motion for cameras in the courtroom, and it could very well be that the judge decides this is the type of case that they need to have these cameras so that the public can see, so that the criminal justice system can really be viewed by everyone. And, you know, I do think it's interesting that John Pryor, Chad's attorney, is saying he needs more time, and he's saying he needs that time because he's trying to prepare for the defense. He's had tons of time to prepare for the defense. He knew this was a death penalty case. So I do find it interesting. I definitely think he's going to try to put this down the road as long as he can, and he will be pointing the finger, I am certain, at Lori.
And if he does that makes a strong argument to sever. Let's see how this case continues. Will we have cameras? I'm not sure, but thank you both. And thank you for joining us here on Law and Crime Daily. We'll see you next time as we discuss justice in America.